In a city like this, everyone's got a story and a price. It was the kind of case that started with a whisper and ended with a scream. The victim? A subway worker, running from a past that chased him like a dog on a blood trail. Multiple police reports had come through to close the gates of uncertainty, but none had even dared to test the waters of what would eventually cause the case to crack. I, however, was more intrigued by the little things, like the chain reaction that brought the death of a supposedly innocent soul. How did it all unfold? Why was he killed in the workplace? For destiny? Only time would tell. Through interpretive interrogation, I had solved the case in a matter of days, while it would usually take others even weeks or years to reach the end. By looking inquisitively at the crime scene, there were a few things that hit me initially. And usually, the little items would make any other detective as happy as a kitten in a sock drawer. Something was different here. Something was off. The dagger left behind at the abandoned subway was nothing short of fascinating, but I was curious to learn more. After multiple samplings, there was nothing else to be done about the crime scene, which left other cops scatterbrained and relentless. But every mystery has its clues. You just gotta know where to look. And that's exactly how we ended up at the victim's apartment, where we found some rather frightening information. Evidence of drug use, destructive journals, and even books of spells. Never mind that. There was something witchy afoot. We had already known that the victim used to be enlisted into the army, but the question that scratched my brain like a chicken's foot was exactly why. Everyone's got a backstory where I'm from, but the truth is like a slippery cigarette in the rain. You never know exactly when you'll catch it. And that's exactly why I resorted back to my case file, which had exclusive information about this person. I mean, who was he truly? Only a detective such as I could have ever figured it out. And by looking through the victim's records, there was something especially intriguing that hit me. The man had lived in California all his life, but suddenly vanished after a voice rang in his ear telling him to get up and leave. Within a week, he was gone from the sunny state and decided to visit New York until his dying days. Not sure why anyone would want to die here, but each their own. After dead-end evidence, we resorted to what we knew best. By visiting with witnesses and relatives, we uncovered a goldmine of pure treasure. A girlfriend that the victim had once known, but no longer. That sure explains all the Love is Lost books thrown on his shelves. Through her reports, something had allegedly happened to their relationship, and she was sentenced to get out of there faster than I could say fluffernutter. The girl, Charlotte, had also clarified another detail that would haunt the case in its entirety. She said that he'd been part of a cult once. Told me during the interview that he'd left long ago and his faith had clashed with their so-called rituals. Talk about a different life. The military only seemed to be an escape for his mistakes, because no matter how hard he tried, he could not lead the life he made for himself back at home. He thought that moving to Britain would change things. Ha! Turns out regret doesn't take passports by the gate. During her interview, Charlotte even showed me a voicemail she'd received from him a day before his death. So, the cult leader, what was his plan in all this?
Charlotte, please, I miss you. He did it. He did it. He's just watching me, I know it. And probably cursing my life. Please come quick.
I told him to lay low. I even told him to quit the pills, but he wouldn't listen to me. But he was already drowning, and the past never throws a lifeline. The leader wasn't just stalking him. He was waiting. For what? I didn't know. But I had a bad feeling it was for the end of his life. They got to him first. A mob of shadows swallowing the last of his life. And that's exactly how I got here. The man was running from his past. But turns out, the past wasn't just chasing him. It was hunting. I had only just begun to pick up the trail. Speaking of that. You see, sometimes fate is a funny thing. But most importantly, it comes knocking on your door when you least expect it. Hello, detective. Why, Charlotte, what can I do for you? Sorry, can't have anyone else knowing about our little secret. So, she knew everything. Actually, scratch that. She was part of the gosh darn cult. Son of a gun.